A mobile couch fight, giving some space, and an emotional lunch date. A body language expert reveals the harsh reality about the wives of sister wives. Meri Brown and Kody Brown have been through a lot together throughout Sister Wives. The former couple's relationship officially ended during a scene in season 18, which aired in 2023. Kody and Meri sat at a picnic table on their Arizona property with Robyn Brown, and Kody told Meri that the romantic part of their relationship was over. From the start of Kody and Meri's conversation, it was apparent from their body language that these two do not share the love for one another that they once did. According to Jess Ponce III, body language expert, communication coach, and author of the book Awesome: 7 Keys to Unlocking the Speaker Within, Robyn's position at the table made an impact too. As Ponce pointed out, considerable distance separates Meri and Kody as they sit at diagonal ends of the table, a choice typically made by strangers. Robyn serves as a buffer between them, both physically and emotionally. While Kody was clear with his words, Meri's body language told much about her feelings towards her former lover, with Ponce explaining, Meri's body is squarely positioned at the table, with only her eyes and a partial shoulder turned toward Kody. Meri, emotionally distant, maintains a resolute posture, suggesting she has carefully considered her stance. While not currently open to change, she remains committed and determined. Still, Kody wasn't totally closed off. Despite their strain, he was willing to hear what Meri had to say. According to Ponce, despite Kody's crossed arms signaling caution, his angled posture indicates openness and engagement. Robyn Brown is the last of Kody Brown's 4 wives to still be married to him, and she made it obvious throughout Sister Wives season 18 that she was not happy about what had transpired within her family. Robyn's emotions were made especially clear when Kody officially ended his relationship with Meri Brown. During the conversation, Robyn burst into tears and excused herself, telling Kody and Meri that while she wanted to support them, she needed to leave for a moment. Ponce explained, Robyn makes the situation about herself, visibly distraught and unable to remain seated during Meri and Kody's exchange. Her emotional response seems disproportionate, contrasting with Meri and Kody's focus on their situation.
What I really want to do is yell. What I really want to do is scream.
Robyn, excusing herself from the conversation, hinted at how she feels about Kody too, not just his relationship with Meri, with Ponce saying, Robyn's intense reaction to Meri leaving Kody implies a personal sense of abandonment, potentially stemming from a lack of support and love from Kody. The impact on her relationships with the other sister wives remains to be seen. Robyn has been open about how Kody's divorces from his other wives have affected their own marriage. What's more, Meri is the only other sister wife who still talks with Robyn. Janelle Brown and Kody Brown's relationship seemed to weather storms better than Kody's other former marriages. But that's not to say it didn't see its fair share of trouble. Issues became especially prevalent during the COVID-19 pandemic, when Kody disagreed with his and Janelle's sons over protocols regarding the virus. The differences in opinions caused what ended up being an irreparable rift between Kody and Janelle's negative feelings toward Kody became increasingly apparent during Sister Wives season 18. It all came to a head during an argument at Janelle's apartment, with Ponce explaining, Janelle faced challenges during the conversation, grappling with unresolved feelings and thoughts she hadn't fully sorted out for productive engagement. Unlike initiating a conversation with a "let's talk" declaration, she proceeded without contextualizing her concerns, contributing to the heated nature of the discussion. According to Ponce, Kody being in constant motion during their talk made Janelle feel as though she had to stay in one spot, and it contributed negatively to the conversation. He explained, her static position on the sofa hindered effective communication, leading to heightened emotions, verbal attacks, and personal remarks. Ultimately, she resorted to aggressive language, escalating the conversation with no resolution.
Shut your mouth and let me talk to you for a minute.
No.
Janelle and Kody did not speak to each other for months after that argument. Christine Brown was the first of the sister wives to formally end her relationship with Kody Brown. Christine left after Kody told her he wasn't interested in having an intimate relationship with her any longer. And throughout most of Sister Wives season 18, Christine rejoiced in no longer being married to Kody. Near the beginning of season 18, the former couple met for lunch, and it was the first time Kody and Christine had seen each other since Christine had moved back to Utah. According to Jess Ponce III, Christine's body language indicated freedom and acceptance within herself. He said, "Christine appears to have moved on from the relationship, displaying a spirited and realistic outlook on Cody and their past." Christine, seated across from him, maintains comfort and familiarity through her body language, including leaning in and occasional smiles. Cody, however, did not have the same comfort while at lunch with his ex-wife, with Ponce explaining, "Cody's sensitivity prevents him from accepting Christine's ease, manifesting in uptight and judgmental behavior. Cody, displaying unresolved issues, contrasts with Christine's composed demeanor." The Brown family structure has shifted massively, and now the sister wives are spread throughout the United States, about as far as their children. As of this video, Christine Brown is living in Utah with her new husband. On Sister Wives, Meri Brown shared her intentions to move back to Utah to run her bed and breakfast, and since wrapping filming on season 18, she has done just that. However, a number of reports have indicated that Meri does not spend much time in Utah, as she travels often. Although she no longer considers herself married to Cody Brown, Janelle Brown still lives in Flagstaff, Arizona, the same town that Cody lives in. The reality star shared that she intends to stay there because 3 of her 6 children live in Flagstaff. Robyn Brown lives in Flagstaff too, as she is still married to Cody. In late 2023, Robyn and Cody sought permission to make changes to the home they own in Flagstaff, so it seems the couple intends to remain in Arizona indefinitely.